whether I'm going to go live from oh yeah, no, I'm going live from a proper channel now. Major delay, but what's a delay where I am anyway? And there I am. I'm popping. Whether I'm going to go live from now. Oh yeah, no, I'm going live from a proper channel now. Major delay, but here we go. I get. And cool. So I'm going to be doing some stuff on Adobe Illustrator. So I have to get all wacky with my screen. I'm going to open up a porthole to hell because I've got no second screen to go to. That's why I've got my mobile phone there blasting out some audio. So I'm going to quickly flick over to the porthole from hell and minimize and see what happens. And there we go. That should work. It'll be interesting to see, because I could have gotten a direct feed from Adobe Illustrator. Oh yeah, there's the porthole from here, and there I am. Yeah, cool. That's not too bad. Anyway, so what I'm hoping to do today, and it'll be interesting to see what I can and can't do in terms of importing and exporting from the cloud and stuff like this. So yeah, let's see how I go. Now I need to get Crumpet and Safi in the doorway here. Crumpet with a surprised look on his face. This one here. Now. That Crumpet. Got some eyes. Oh yes, I've moved them all down, haven't I? That's not going to work. Let's just go back a couple. I might actually have to what should I do? I should take him out, do a redraw. No, I need to put the edges back on Crumpet because that's all wrong. He needs. So I'm not actually going to be doing much on Illustrator at all because I kind of. Unless I've got another picture of him that was. Yes. Or as you say in Australia, yeah, nah. I'm going to have to redo his. Oh, yes, I can. Let's just see what's there. And I don't know how much bigger that is. So I'll go on a transform here. No, the top part of him. This could not work. Positive. That's kind of worked. Might need a bit of a touch up here and there. But that's definitely got things well on the way. Yeah, I might just go back to a porthole from hell and switch it back. So here we go. There we go, that's probably much better for viewing. Now, transform this layer. I'm have to go in a bit closer. If I can get it right on one eye, it should be right in the other eye. Yes, and as you can see, I'm working on mowing lawns as well, so I'm going to flip it over to the webcam and see what that message was. It's kind of good, really. Okay, I'm just getting... That's okay. We're back in. Look at that smooth transition. Lovely. If I want to bring up the eyes a bit more, I need to do a bit of trimming around the eyes. Because it would appear as though I'd only done not the full amount. Right, and I go down to, now what do I have on this layer? That's right, I'm going to delete that layer. Okay, there's some eyelids. And, you know, okay, so to give you a bit of a rundown, I'm going to put this sideways, sorry everyone, it's pouring down with rain and I've got to work today, like this person's yard. We've got a open inspection tomorrow, and it all has to be done, and the day I could do it was today. And so I'm mowing and weeding, rain, hail or shine. Well, it's not really doing it for me. I might just do this again. Delete that one too. Now, if I've got some, what have I got there? Oh, that gives you a nice little bit of background. That way you can kind of see what the edge looks like. It's not the edge that it's going to be. Now, that's just some little, it's highlights, mate. Now I've got to get my edge size kind of the same thickness. 30. That's looking about right. Better like this. I think that's a bit wide. Or maybe I'd do those little, I haven't done any of the little internal hair bits yet, so might leave them. As a parent always does, I've got kids songs stuck in my head. The one at the moment is I'm going on a bear hunt. I'm not scared. It's a beautiful day. So I think when I get to the point of actually feeling confident with my live element, kind of like what they call your pillar content. Because I don't have much time with my day job and being a dad, and not that I'm trying to make excuses, but you know, just putting some reality out there. So in terms of, I am using the Prism Live Studio platform on my desktop to do this Sketchy Live live stream, and the main reason for doing that is so that I can, because if I can put Adobe Illustrator up on screen, then I can show kind of my entire work process, and that would be great. And then I can also do stuff like, have guests on later and things like that, and it'll be a platform which will be able to do a lot. It will be my kind of pillar piece of content. But I ran into a little bit, well, with the Prism Live Studio, whatever you call it, app for your computer, that is, you can just record yourself working anyway and record a video, which is what I was doing, because it was a bit of a test to kind of see what the live Illustrator on my computer. And so you can do a thing where you actually take the feed from the window, that's called a window feed, which gives you the Adobe window, so you don't have to worry about screen recording your desktop and making everything neat and tidy and not getting the open porthole to hell where the image just disappears into each other and you get vertigo. I think they call that mirroring, maybe. I don't ask me. So I was really excited about that, because I thought, well, then I can just do the Adobe Illustrator, and you can see what I'm doing there. That every time I zoomed in, zoomed out, what have you, or imported a file, I would lose that feed. So it's pretty pointless, really, unless you're just wanting to show a static page, of your Adobe Illustrator setup, what it looks like, without actually moving anything around or using it much. So what I had to do is do a dreaded screen recording, or a screen capture as one of the scenes in Prism Live Studio, and it's not too bad. I mean, what I've had to do, I mean, it would be fine if you had a couple of screens for your computer setup, but I don't. I have a small laptop and a mobile phone, which means that, okay, sure, I can do the screen recording, I can go live, but I can't actually look at my comments or look at the YouTube Studio Live control center. So you're flying blind. So what I've done is I've got my dodgy phone, which is broken and is really hard to charge. You've got to wrap the cable around the power cable so it will actually charge. And I've got that one up so I can see comments coming in on YouTube, and I can still see that I'm live on YouTube. So that is my way around that. And that's working pretty good. So, and looking at the transition, when I transition between the computer screen and me with my phone or just the webcam, it works quite well. I just have to remember, when I'm on that screen, everything that's on my desktop gets seen. So if I've got the Prism Studio dashboard up, I'm going to open that mirroring porthole. I'm going to call it the mirroring porthole from hell. So yeah, another thing I learnt live videos is, okay, so this morning, as I said, I'm on my way to a job today which has to be done today. It can't be postponed, and it's pouring with rain. and so I had to go and buy a rain jacket, and and um, and I'm racing, and like I haven't had my coffee. Like I was saying, it's a coffee and chat and all this kind of stuff. There's no coffee and chat. I've just basically, raced to get here. So what's happened is that I was running late, so I went in. So I've tried to figure out whether I phone. Turns out you can't. I couldn't find it. So if anyone watching the playback or listening to a podcast or however you're listening to this knows how to change a scheduled time of a me, opened it up, and you can change the time of your scheduled live in the actual editor in the actual YouTube dashboard, the live control center dashboard, and postpone the time. A lovely Bobadilla adventure. I wasn't there. Out Illustrator. So yes, that might be helpful to someone. Now I've got to now it's funny, something really weird happens when I do a screen record on my mobile phone while I'm live, as it's telling me it's 9:41. It really isn't 9:41, it's 10:23, and just got to make sure I'm not late for my job. I'll be live for 24 minutes. I try and keep the lives to an hour if I can fit it in, but I do most of my drawing at night time. But I figure if I can do most of my drawing at night time and share a bit of what I do during the day when I can actually go live and talk live, because I can't really talk live when I've got people asleep in the house. House isn't really set up for doing that, so I'd have all the kids in with me as well, which might be good fun. Might not get much done. Let's see. Oh, go like that, yeah. If I kind of overlap my fur edge brushes, or whatever you call it, strokes, then I can come back and just chop them off afterwards, and I've got the right kind of thickness. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone. It makes perfect sense to me. And so sadly, it looks like Bobadilla couldn't make it back on the chat. And because I was late, I don't know if I lost anyone else. That's what happens when you're late. But at least now I've got a nice wet weather jacket. I'm not going to be completely miserable all day. Well, I'm not going to be wet. I might be miserable. Okay. Might go. Oh, wait on. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Still got that Bear Hunt song stuck in my head. That's another thing I was thinking about. Maybe music as a background. Now I know there's going to be a big copyright issue there. I was paying for Epidemic Sound or what's the other one? It might be called Music Bed or something like that. I could have some pre-recorded songs and you just have kind of a creative backing track playing, you know, making it all feel highly polished. Be careful there, I almost picked my nose live. It's okay, Gary V said it's okay. If you sneeze, fart, whatever, it's authentic. Find somebody's joined. I see 3 people there. I'm illustrating the Elijah Crumpet Kids Book on my phone, a mixture of on my phone using the Adobe Illustrator Draw app on my phone and Adobe Illustrator on my computer. I've been doing most of the drawing on my phone, so I'm just doing a bit of extra kind of edge detail here before I transfer it over to Adobe Illustrator. So currently working on my mobile phone. So feel free to have a chat. I'm happy to have a talk or talk about what I'm doing while I'm here. That's why I'm going live. Overlaps afterwards. That one was a bit messy. That one. Where are you? You must be on that layer. There you are. Many layers going. To 30 layers, which cause of pain for me. But you know, what can you say? It's a free app. Very good free app. Come on. That layer. Let's see. No, on the other layer for that one. Just got to tidy all this up. Who did this? Work experience, kid. Me working late at the end of the night, probably. Yeah, what layer is that one? That must be that layer. Getting confused. It's where my old work's meeting up with my new work. There we go, that's looking a bit sharper now. So as I was saying on the podcast is that I'm not planning on getting, you know, any particular project done. I'm just doing what I'm doing next on the creation of a kids book. So if that means I'm in Adobe Illustrator, that's where I am. If it means I'm on the Adobe Draw app on my phone, that's where I am. It's wherever I'm at, and hopefully someone might get some value out of it. If not, I mean, it's a good record for me. I'm thinking at the start of a show I can plan to have a bit of a video play lapse of the work that I've done the previous night, so there's kind of like a continual flow from the time lapse into what I'm doing that day. So. Chris Lawn, I'm gonna have to pop out of here again and have a look, see what's going on here. Yep, it's all good. Everybody wants me. That's kind of not a bad thing, surely. There we go. I think we have an outline, Crumpet. Now to do the little internal hair flex, I'm going to have to go a little bit of a... I'll delete that layer. And labeling your layers is a big help. Now I'm going to merge my legs and the top half, always merging down on the layers, so now I've got a complete outline. There we go. And now just above that one we'll put in some... Hey Pixel Pia! Awesome to see you here. It has been a while. It's funny, I went away, I got led onto the Instagram live platform doing this kind of stuff. But then I found that Prism's desktop feature, and so I'm using that, and it's mostly pretty good, and it means I can do this. I've got my mobile phone up. You can see what I'm doing on Adobe Draw on my phone, and then you can do some other things like I can go to my desktop computer, switch to that. I can switch to just a normal cam. That's on my mobile phone, and I won't go to my desktop right now because well, I could. Here we go. We'll go to the desktop, but we're going to have a porthole to hell for a few minutes. but then you can see how it's all laying out in Adobe Illustrator on the desktop. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Not a big fan of a porthole from hell, but oh, and we're stuck on it too. Oh no! There we go. I was having a brain freeze. I know how it feels. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. I should do a bit of a tutorial on it. A lot more functionality than the mobile app. I want the feature where I can actually do a chat though, like, you know, a video chat with someone, which is like what I've done occasionally on Instagram Live, which has been great fun. So in my Sketchy Lives, I've got a big kind of future plan that the live stream will be like my piece of pillar content, and within the hour I'm just going to record what I'm doing at that point in time, and within that live, when I'm more planned out, like I'm not planned today, I'm just kind of experimenting using it, I'll record like a voice podcast within the live. I will do a tutorial within the live, which I'll cut out to make a short video out of. So it's kind of like a 1 hour of production time while I'm actually creating at the same time. I really like the idea because, you know, I don't have much time. I'm about to go out and do a lawn mowing job soon in the pouring rain because they've got a home open on the market tomorrow. So so it has to be done, rain, hail or shine, and I'm getting a bit of all of that today. When I'm on desktop, I usually use StreamYard. Yeah, with StreamYard, can you do a video, like a video, a video chat with someone? Because I just thought I'd download Prism because I'm used to the mobile app, so I thought there might be some similarities there. It's a great idea. Thank you very much, Pixelpeer. I hope you're going well where you are. So I'm at the stage of the Elijah Crumpet Kids Book where I am doing the layouts in Illustrator because you can't export high-res images from the app, I've discovered. To get several things accomplished at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it requires a lot of brain power within that time, you know, like, you know, you're doing lots of stuff. You can invite people, just give them a URL. Okay, nice. I'll have to have a look at StreamYard as well. Do you have to pay for StreamYard? Just out of interest sake, because, you know, I'm a cheap ass. Because Prism's all free. Yeah. I do notice a lot of people, I think, using StreamYard, they've got the watermark up. Which if I'm turning it into a video as well, I don't really want the watermark there. We have a fun little competition going, me and some creators. We got a random channel name and had to start a new channel. Okay, cool. And what are you doing? That sounds like fun. Yeah, Frank put a thing up, if you had a different niche for your YouTube channel, what would you choose? And I responded 50s and 60s B-grade horror and science fiction movies, because they're my favorite kind of movies, and I kind of love the because in those B-grade movies there's some real gems of storylines and quite surprisingly good special effects. Here's mine, Grumpy Garden. Okay, that sounds interesting. Gardening channel. Yes, it's free, but with a watermark. Yeah, cool. Now, to change my brushes here, there's all my hair flecks. Got to label all these layers because by the time I've got 30 layers or something going on here, it gets very confusing. So what was on here? Just going to check my brush thickness, 17. And I need change my library color palette to Crumpet. Where are you, Crumpet? There you are, 9 swatches. That's your edge color. Bring this down to 17. Oh, this is the, yeah, I mean you can't get it perfect. There we go. I did get it perfect. I got a gnome costume and playing around in the backyard. This week's challenge was to make the video no longer than 30 seconds. That sounds like one of my videos. Hey, that's big. Maybe a bit more than that. There we go. Hey, Jelly Duck, how you doing? I was late to the party today, so just so you know, if you've scheduled a live stream, you know where you've got that little title card which comes up and says set a reminder and all that kind of stuff. If you need to adjust the time on that scheduled live stream, you can't do it from your mobile phone. Just so you know, and but luckily I had my computer. So if you go into the live studio in the YouTube Creators Live Studio, you can adjust the time there. So it was pretty much, I was right on go live time. I was buying a rain jacket for today because I'm working in the rain, and I was racing against the clock and failed. So yeah, you can change the scheduled time once you've already started it. But you know, I say I'm a little. Here's a question for you guys. So with my live streams, I'm planning on doing about 4 live streams a week, and but when I get a bit more used to this, I want to have a bit of a general theme for the live stream, like a topic. You know, like today we're kind of, you know, talking about Instagram Reels or something like that, and actually rather than just having Sketchy Live in the title, whether it would be more discoverable as a title like that, like you would put on a standard video. because I know you can put tags and stuff on your live. So it's just an idea. But by the same token, I don't want to take away from the work that I'm doing for the kids book. I have to run. Sister's calling me. It's time to get her to bed. Okay, Pixel Pierre. Have a great day. It was really cool to see you here. Thank you for dropping in. Else on the on YouTube, maybe the Grumpy Gnome channel. Maybe I'll get to chuck you out on Grumpy Gnome. It certainly sounds interesting. So yeah, and so Jelly Duck, I've been doing a bit of experimenting with using a displaying the Adobe Illustrator screen, like not this one, not the mobile one, the one from my computer. And in the Prism Live Studio dashboard, you can get like a direct feed from there, so you don't have to worry about a screen recording. The only problem is every time you move stuff around, you zoom in, you zoom out, or whatever, I lose connectivity, which is a big pain. Like when so yeah. Now I'm not worrying about this little bit of grey edge here because I'm not using this background at all. I've just kind of put that in the background to kind of make it look a little bit more interesting. And it's easier to cut out against some kind of color. So there we go. Got one more toe to go. And I find it's easier just to like cut directly across lines like that, and then come in with the eraser, and just because stroke smoothing is not just for lines, it's for erasing lines as well. So you can get a pretty good edge on it. Just check my time. Yeah, we're nearing it. So I pretty much use my entire laptop battery on an Apple Mac in an hour. Yeah, where did I put my toes? See, I made a bit of a mistake where I put my toes in the hair flicks. Oh well. If that makes any sense. I put it in the wrong layer, basically. But I can work with it. I just need to remember that I put it there. Gotta remember where you put things. Okay, that hand's looking good now. Oh, that's right, I need a few more hair flecks up here. I'm still in the hair flex layer. Might make these a bit smaller. That's pretty good. Yep, I've got my low battery notice on my laptop. So that's looking good. Now, what have I done here? So I've got a line going down there. It looks like I've erased the wrong section. Yes, I have. But the thing is, the computer runs completely out of batteries, but the phone is now fully charged. Now, so basically, the phone drains the computer power, but you know. Still good. I could still get my 1 hour live stream in. I don't know. I've given myself an hour. Hour seems like a good time. You can actually get a bit of work done. A chance for people to find you live, and if I'm doing some other content creation as well, then I'm going to have time to record a podcast and record a video and all that kind of stuff. I was thinking of putting a little video title down in my lower thirds there, and it kind of says, okay, like now I'm doing a Sketchy Live, and now I'm recording a podcast, and that's kind of a reminder to me in terms of I don't have to keep track of the time. I can just see on that little thing down the bottom what I'm doing at that particular time in the live video. I really did muck these up. Must have been a particularly sleepy night that night. So I've kind of worked around my work time too now. I used to try and get my girls to sleep, and then I'd get back up and work, and it was really hard. Like I'd be exhausted by the end of the day. Kids are exhausting. Mowing lawns is exhausting. Both of them is exhausting. So what I do, I mean, kids go to bed about 7:30. I just go to bed with them now, and I wake up at 1 o'clock or something like that to do this. But you can see why the household would be a little bit annoyed if I was up talking at my computer at that time of the night. Anyway, so where am I? We've hit an hour, and I'm almost got this crumpet ready to go in the background, well, in the doorway of over here. We'll go over to the porthole from hell, and you can see that. So the doorway here. This is where Crumpet's going, in the doorway with his hands over his mouth, looking very shocked. But anyway, I don't know. I think people understand the porthole from hell. I don't know how else to operate it, but that kind of works all right. Thanks so much, Jelly Duck, and for Pixel Peer for joining me, and for whoever watches the replay. It'd be a great help to me if you'd hit the like on that, and left a comment, ask me a question about anything I'm doing. I'd love to chat with you. Anyway, I will catch you all later. I've got to just find where my end stream thing is, because I think I have to do it from YouTube. Okay, catch you later, guys.